So hackers are now targeting you through benign apps that you've got on your phone. Surprise, surprise. Checkpoint Software has commented that Iran's hackers are now using apps that you download to your phone to essentially infiltrate those apps with malware that is surveilling you. Now, this message is especially for my friends who are board director members, who are CEOs, C-suite executives, political figures, entrepreneurs, especially digital entrepreneurs. And the message is this: the risk to you of downloading apps to your phone is real. Why? Precisely because of what I just said. Apps are now being used by hackers to target you. The issue further is that apps contain a lot of data on your not just personal life, but how you use your phone. And let's face it, a lot of the times you use your phone for both personal and business purposes, even though you shouldn't. You should have a separate phone for your business and for your personal use to prevent infiltration of your business through your phone, or through your personal phone, and vice versa. And so a couple of things as you're perusing the BBC article. First, only download apps from a trusted app source. So an Apple Store or a Google Store, Google App Store, etc. Second, only download apps from app developers you can trust. How do you know if you can trust a developer? Well, certainly look at the reviews of that developer on the App Store. However, I always go a step further and suggest that you actually do a quick Google search or whatever search engine search you use, hopefully a privacy-minded one, like DuckDuckGo or others. Do a quick Google search on that app developer and check their reputation. Which country do they come from? Is that country conflicted geopolitically with your own? If so, then that app developer may get also stuck in the geopolitical warfare between the government of their country and the government of your country, putting you at further risk. So be careful which countries you are downloading apps from to begin with. Secondly, check for the developer reputation. Have they had any issues? Have they been known to hack accounts or to do anything nefarious with the data that they are collecting? So always look at comments of apps before you download them. And third, only download the apps that you absolutely need on your phone. Because the truth is that regulatory regimes will never catch up to technology. It's just a statement of fact. And so as a result, we as CEOs, board directors, political figures, public figures, etc., have to take control over our own privacy. And that starts with really understanding, what are we allowing developers to have access to on our phone? Because developers will generally have more access than regulatorily we would allow them to have. But because the law doesn't catch up fast enough, developers generally have more access than they really should. And so unfortunately, it is down to you and I to make sure that we look at permissions, that we grant those apps as to the access that we are allowing them. Does that make sense? So, first rule of thumb, only download apps from app stores you trust. Second, download only apps from developers you can trust. Third, make sure that you only download the apps that you absolutely need, nothing else. I have a rule of thumb in my life: unless it's a hell yeah, it's a hell no, right? And fourth, allow only the permissions on that app that you would be comfortable with. In other words, what data is that app developer really going to be getting from you? How do you restrict it down to only the data that is an absolute must for them to have in order to service you better? So for example, does an airline app or a private jet app or a restaurant app always need to know your location? Absolutely not. At best, they should only know the location when you're using the app. That's it. And even then, sometimes that's not necessary. So be careful. Know that hackers are exploiting these issues all the time, and register for our VIP Cybersecurity Blueprint training to learn more as to how to take 360-degree control of your professional, personal, and family cybersecurity. And stay safe. Take care, guys.